Hey guys, it's APR2K Productions here. This video will be my full Apple and tech collection, so we're going to start out with the Apple collection. First, onto this iPod Nano 6th generation 8GB. I got this device a few years ago for free. It's an 8GB and everything on it works completely perfectly. The only problem with it is there's a small crack down there. Next, onto this iPod Nano 3rd generation 4GB. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this device, and it works flawlessly. And then onto my iPod Touch 4th generation. This one is an 8GB and is running iOS 5.1. It's pretty rare for an iPod Touch 4th generation, and I'm really happy to have this device. Next, this iPhone 4 16GB black on AT&T. I got this iPhone for a trade a while ago. I just simply traded it for a Rubik's Cube. Yes, I'm not kidding. It's a 16GB iPhone 4. It's running iOS 7.1.2, and it has a ton of apps on it. Next, we have my iPhone 4S 8GB on iOS 9.3.5. This was my first phone that I ever got. It's a very special part of my collection, just because personally it has a lot of value to me. It doesn't have any problems with it, except the back is slightly cracked, as you can tell. Next, we have this iPhone 5 running iOS 10.3.3. It's a 16GB on AT&T. All my iPhones are on AT&T, and I don't have any cellular iPads, so I don't have any of those on AT&T. This device is functionally just fine. It has a bad battery, but other than that, it works completely fine. It has a bunch of old apps on it. This phone was my mom's, then it was mine for 2 years. So this thing has really gotten quite a bit of use, and it's in decent condition. Next, we have my iPhone 6S 32GB on iOS 10.3.3. As you can see, 32GB on 10.3.3. This is a pretty important part of my collection, as I never updated this phone when I got it and used it. This was my phone for 2 years, and right now it's just kind of sitting, not really being used for anything, but it is still a cool part of my collection. Physically, it's in really good condition. However, it does have a bad battery, and the mute switch and bottom speaker do not work. Next, we have this iPhone 6S 64GB on iOS 11.4.1. This used to be my mom's phone and then was given to me. This phone is in really good condition and has absolutely nothing functionally wrong with it. The battery health is at 85%, and I just have a bunch of apps on it, and I use it for music and YouTube. Had to switch devices recording to show this, but this is my iPhone XR 64GB on iOS 12.1.2. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I'm not gonna open that settings app because it has like the serial number and all that crap. So just take my word for it. 64GB XR on 12.1.2. Now onto my iPads. First, we have this iPad 2 64GB Wi-Fi running iOS 8.4.1. There's nothing functionally wrong with this iPad. Sometimes the home button doesn't work, like right now. As well as it's a little bit bent and has a little bit of bezel separation. But other than that, it's pretty good. 64GB on iOS 8.4.1. I got this from the same person who gave me the iPods. Next, we have my iPad Air 16GB running iOS 11.4.1. This device works perfectly. This case doesn't work. The smart cover on it doesn't work, but the case is fine. And then we have my iPad 6th generation, 32GB Wi-Fi only, running iOS 12.4. This iPad works perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it, and I have the original box for it right here, as well as I have an iPhone 4S box, 2 iPhone 6S boxes. One of them matches this phone, and one of them matches an iPhone that I don't have, as well as I have the XR box. Here's a really quick shot of all my devices turned on. As you can see, they all keep trying to shut off on me, but there's all of them turned on and working. I also have this iPad 5th generation 32GB Wi-Fi on iOS 12.0. This is for school, and I didn't have it in the last shot because the home, block, screen, and back of the case all have logos all over them. Alright guys, so I have a couple of my computers in here. This one right here is a HP Pavilion G series from 2009. It has an AMD Phenon 2 quad-core processor and 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's running Windows 7. It turns on, everything on it works. It's just dead right now. As well as down here, this is a Dell Inspiron from 2013 or 14. It has a Core i7, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a Radeon graphics card. It also turns on, the trackpad doesn't work on it. They're both running Windows 7. This might actually be older, but I don't know. It's not my computer, it's just in here. There's also a Toshiba somewhere that has an i7 and integrated graphics. I don't know where that is. It was in here somewhere, and then I don't know what happened to it. Down here is also an old 19-inch 720p monitor that I used to use. This right here is my complete desk setup. We'll start down here. This is an Xbox 360, and there's that Toshiba computer that I was talking about. But this is an Xbox 360. It works. It has a few issues with the disk drive, but other than that, it does work. It just has a memory stick plugged into it right now. This is my gaming computer. This is an HP Omen from 2018, running a Core i7 and a GTX 1060 graphics card, as well as 16 gigabytes of RAM. I use this thing for gaming, obviously. Up here, we have a 32-inch TV that I use to watch YouTube videos, and that's pretty much it. I also watch like TV and stuff on here. There's a Amazon Fire hooked up to it. There is that. It's a owl from a TV show from the 1980s. This is an 8 gigabyte Kindle Fire. It is kind of junky. Right here is a Crave 360. This is a really nice Bluetooth speaker. Works perfectly. Right here is I believe it's a 24-inch 1080p Asus monitor. Works perfectly. I usually just have a couple devices sitting here charging. This is a Corsair M65 Pro gaming mouse. Here's a box for those earbuds that I reviewed, as well as my Logitech gaming headphones. And this will pretty much complete the room tour here. Well, we'll take a look at this table. So I have a wireless charger right here that I got from AT&T. Have my iPhone 6s. A few more iPhones and iPods. A Bluetooth gaming controller. This iHome speaker that I got like 5 years ago still works. Case for some broken headphones. Remote, more headphones, Google Home, and an iHome speaker. This I got a long time ago. That is going to conclude this tech collection and room tour video. If you enjoyed the video, I would really like it if you would like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content like this. Anyway, with that all being said, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more tech videos just like this on my channel, and as always, peace out.